All right, everybody, what's going on, man? How y'all doing? Welcome to today's edition of SWAC Smoke, man. You got C Wells in the house, the tour guide coming at you. Jamie G gonna be in the house in a few, man. He said he's gonna come in a little bit later, so we're gonna go ahead and make some things happen, man. Y'all, how y'all doing out there today? Man, we're gonna recap the games from last week. We're gonna talk about the games coming up this week and anything else in between. We might have a couple guests pop in with us too, so y'all keep locked in with us. But we post homecoming, man. This was a crazy homecoming weekend for a lot of people, man. Got a couple upsets we're gonna talk about, a couple games that didn't go the way we planned, but hey, that's SWAC football. So we're gonna talk about all that in a minute. Y'all just let me know what's going on, man. What y'all up to tonight? We got a MEAC game. Got a MEAC game coming at you this evening. North Carolina Central and Morgan State. That game starting a few, so we're gonna keep tabs on that. Always got to keep up with what's going on with the MEAC, especially coming around to the Celebration Bowl. But other than that, man, it's all SWAC all the time, man. We gonna make it happen. So basically, man, the way I'm looking at this weekend, man, big weekend here. Not a lot of games on point. Only a couple games on the schedule this week. Got 4 all SWAC games. We got the trophy chasers in the house. What's going on with you? We're gonna definitely chop it up about TSU. Y'all know how we do. But let's go ahead and just I'm gonna just start off since Jamie G not here yet, man. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with my thoughts on Southern, which get that out the way because their game really wasn't too much going on. But 45-18, man, 28-0 first quarter. Second quarter, offense kind of fell asleep. Lincoln was able to get a couple scores on a couple short fields. One drive we aided them with a lot of penalties. Another drive they got interception, short field, scored. Gave up another touchdown in the third quarter. What's up, Crook? No, he gonna be here, man. He say he running a little late, but he gonna be here. Like I say, third quarter gave up a really busted play on a screen pass touchdown for Lincoln, and then 2 touchdown passes in the third and fourth quarter. Kind of made the margin what it was. So not a lot to really take from that game. I mean, obviously, if you playing a homecoming game against a team like that, or any game against a team like that, you want to look sharp all game, and you don't want to get those guys any opportunity to get back in the game. But they always making they made it a little bit too interesting in the middle quarters, but got the win and basically moving on. This is one of them games that he probably should have stayed away. Like I said, he stayed away. We win by 60. He show up. We win by 30. We won almost by 30. So the formula was there, but that game was what it was. We're gonna go ahead and talk a couple other games. Prairie View, man, they really took a big thrashing to Houston Christian, and this game really surprised me, especially the margin of victory. I know Houston Christian kind of building a little bit, but they still, that game just should not have been the way it was. Prairie View, 110 yards of offense, 100 yards of penalties. They felt like, if you listen to the coach's call, they felt like referees was a big influence on this game. But to me, I don't see how you get you get 100 yards of penalties and that causes you to lose 30-0. Unless they call back every touchdown you scored, then I think that you kind of have to battle through that. Running game wasn't there, passing game wasn't there. It just was, it was an ugly thing. So definitely got to put this away, man. Rough non-conference schedule for Prairie View. They only scored 16 points in 3 non-conference games, and that's got to be fixed. I know SWAC is the most important thing at the end of the day, but you got to put on better performances in non-conference games than that. So hopefully, Prairie View can kind of regroup and get ready for next week. They're off this week. They get ready for the stretch run in the SWAC. But yeah, I mean, a lot of teams tend to have trouble in those matchups. But when you're playing teams with either comparable talent or you got more talent, you got to find a way to win those games. I mean, every other conference is doing it. There's no reason why a team who is considered one of who some people think is a top team in our league, which I'm still 50-50 on that. But some people feel like they're a top team, then they need to perform better. But non-conference has been brutal for the SWAC. It's been really bad. So next year, hopefully, we get better at it and get ourselves back on track, because at some point you got to win these games, and you have to find a way to make some things happen. And right now, it's not really going that route. Valley got a big win, man. Let me salute Valley. Like I said, I've been, if you watch the show, I've been getting on Valley a lot these past few weeks. 42-17 got the victory over Arkansas Pine Bluff on homecoming. Really surprising, the margin of victory. I always felt like Valley, always got a shot at home. They really try to, make some things happen at home. Don't really get over the hump, but this weekend they were able to get over the hump. Pine Bluff, they seem to be regressing a little bit. They played like 3 quarterbacks, so they're entering week 8 and they juggling quarterbacks again. So I don't know what's going on with that situation, but this was a must win for either team, because Valley still got to play Bethune-Cookman, of course, but Pine Bluff don't have any more games against teams that might be lower than them in the standings. So they needed this win if they was gonna pull off a SWAC win without pulling off an upset, and they came up really short. Getting beat by Valley like that is rough. Coach Wade had his guys ready. They finally put some things together. Now Valley scored 92 points in the course of the season, but they scored 42 of those 90, 42 of those 92 this week. So big run on points this week. Yeah, man. Shout out to my father, man. He's a Delta Devil. So shout out to them for getting that victory, man. Valley always got to find a way to make some. They get one of them at home every so often. So they got this one. The margin was what got me more than anything, but it's a big win for Valley. And hopefully, Pine Bluff can get themselves back on track, because they have to right the ship. Coach Hampton, got a lot going on, but now is the time that's got to happen on the field, because eventually, guys may not buy in as much if if the success doesn't start coming. So Pine Bluff's in a tough spot. I mean, they had a couple games early that they played competitively in, and the last 2 games they really did not look good. So they had to find a way to get back going and make things happen. Texas Southern went to Daytona, got them a big victory over Bethune-Cookman on their homecoming. It was a rough homecoming for some teams. This was a game that I thought Texas Southern was going to run away with this game. They went up by a score of 27-10 at the half. Bethune-Cookman was able to get back in it and make it interesting, but ultimately TSU was able to run out the clock and hold on in this game. TSU offensively has been playing well recently. I think a lot of people overlooking the success that they've had. Ladarius Owens had a big game, 100+ yards rushing, 100+ yards in the return game. You really can't beat a guy like that, man. You have to feed him. When Jace Wilson had a pretty decent game, 15-29, 189 yards, no touchdown, no interceptions. Those 4 sacks though really hurt. Really hurt the momentum. But Bethune-Cookman was able to make some things happen. They still juggling quarterbacks. We'll see where they go with that. Jimmy Robinson had a pretty solid game for the Wildcats with 17 carries for 98 yards. Like I said, Ladarius Owens 163 yards and 3 touchdowns on the ground. Also had 142 yards on kick returns. So really big game for him. One guy, man, I want to mention and big up. I don't hear his name get brought up a lot. and that's Jacob Williams. Dude has been playing really well all season. I know TSU defense ain't been playing great, but he's been playing well all season. Man, he had 13 tackles in this game, 2.5 tackles for loss. He's been a solid player for TSU, and he's top. Like I said, I put him with the top linebackers in the conference. Man, I think he's a guy who really can make some things happen. I don't think he gets enough. I don't think he gets enough notice and recognition for what he do. And yeah, you did say that, man. I got to give you credit. That was the guy who named you brought up a lot, and he's showing improving. But like I said, the rest of the defense had to catch up. But I like what he's doing, and like I mean, this is not just against Bethune-Cookman thing. I mean, the guy got 54 tackles and 12.5 tackles for loss and 5.5 sacks. So he's playing really, really well, man. Like this is a strong season for linebackers in the SWAC. So he's just another one of those guys who is right there, and you really like to see that, and want to see him continue to put up those kind of numbers, and hopefully the defense can start to follow suit, because they haven't really been stopping anybody. But a game that was a surprise to me, that was Alabama A&M beating Grambling by a score of 45-24. This was a 17-17 game at one point. I thought Grambling had good opportunities in this game, but A&M was able to run the ball extremely well in this game, and went back to an issue that I think Grambling has had most of the season. Early in the season, they were bad against the run. They were able to kind of find some things to get right. They made some corrections. As some coaches like to say, they made some corrections in a couple of those games and were able to play better run defense. But this week, 336 yards for Alabama A&M on the ground, 7.5 yards per carry. That's down there first down every time they run the ball. So they really did not have to throw the ball much. Bulldogs threw the ball 22 times, ran it 45 times. They were 9 of 22 passing, 127 yards. But Xavier Langford had a huge game on the ground, running the ball for 193 yards and 2 touchdowns. He averaged 12.1 yards per carry. So if you're a team like Grambling and you trying to move to the top of the division, you can't have games like this. You definitely can't allow 2 guys to run for almost 100 yards apiece, because Donovan Eaglin chipped in 97 yards. But you can't afford to lose games like that, especially at home. A&M just they basically controlled the second half, and Grambling was not able to respond. The turnover's been kind of piling up for Grambling the last couple of weeks, so that's something that keep your eyes out on, especially since in recent weeks they haven't been able to. They haven't turned the ball over before these last 2 games, but if they can find a way to get out their own way, they can still make some things happen. The West is still wide open. They're just gonna need help to get back in it. They really can't afford to lose anymore. That's a good question. That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know if that middle portion of games that they had was kind of an outlier, and this is going to be more what they are, because they can score the ball, they can move the ball, but if they can't stop you, then you're gonna find yourself in some problems. And running quarterbacks is definitely giving Grambling a lot of fits. If you look at the Hampton game, they had a lot of problems with Christopher Zealous, and then obviously this game here, Xavier Langford ran the ball really well. I mean, and I don't like to harp on these kind of things, because we struggled with Lincoln for a few quarters. Florida Memorial was able to run the ball for nearly 200 yards that game, and Grambling won that game pretty easily, but you shouldn't be giving up those kind of numbers against teams like that. So they have to find a way to make things right on defense, because right now Sunday Anderson is not having a great season. Lewis Matthews is really carrying that defense right now, but they have to get that fixed if they want to move forward. The game that most people talk about this week was Alabama State beating Jackson State. 24-19. This was a very Bama State game, man. I mean, they did not move the ball much on offense. Only 237 yards of offense, 91 passing yards, 147 rushing yards. You know, they did not move the ball a lot. What's going on, Big Thriller? What's happening with you? They got they were able to take advantage of some turnovers and put the ball in the end zone on short fields, which the opposing team going to turn the ball over. Then you got to be able to cash in, and they were able to do that. Jackson State moved the ball pretty well in this game, over 408 yards of offense. But like I said, they had 3 fumbles in this game, and they all were costly. Bama State threw 2 interceptions. So they tried to give it back to them, but they were able to make it out of this game. Jackson State had a chance late to score, but they came up short. Where do they go from here? That's a good question. You know, is Bama State turning the corner? That's another good question. This is a game, you know, that if we look at a couple of times, look at more often, we'll probably be able to glean more from both teams. It's Pine Bluff homecoming this weekend, so I got a feeling they probably won't be winning that game. But turnovers kill you, man. I mean, if you ask any team that come up short, turnovers kill you. No matter how well you play, turnovers kill you, and you have to find. You know, you can't win like that. Now we got the big soldier in the house joining us, man. What's going on, Jamie G, the big soldier? What's going on with you?
What's good, C-Well? What's good, SWAC Smoke family? How y'all doing?
We cooling, man. We just running through some of these week 7 games before we get into the games for this week. But man, I'm glad you're here, man, because we got a special guest that was waiting for you to come on, man. They want to talk to you.
Who's waiting on me?
Hey, I'm gonna get him on.
It ain't that boy, my boy E-Rob, is it?
Oh, you know it. Hey, we got the real estate agent in the house. What's going on, real estate agent?
Oh man, I'm just elated from this victory. You know, it was hard fought, man. The Jackson State Tigers, they came out there and did the best they could with what they had, but you know, it was all right. It was a great game.
Hey, I'm glad y'all there to pull it out, man. Cause
much respect to you, man. You know, it was a hard fought game, man. But hey, y'all got on our ass, man. So,
yeah.
Take that one on the chin, man.
Yeah, we saw some chinks in the armor. And you know, Jamie, y'all did what y'all was supposed to do. Just lay down.
So, Coach, can I ask you a question?
You know we don't lay down, man.
Oh yeah, you can ask me anything. I'm trying to work out this real estate deal before another 30 minutes. What you got?
So you might need to work out that real estate deal because you might not have a job in a little while.
Oh, that's spicy. But I was gonna ask you, Coach, are y'all gonna schedule JSU for homecoming next year?
Oh man, we schedule them guys anytime. Dion, I told y'all he wasn't SWAC. I told you. So that little run they had is over. They going back to be the kitty cats.
Well, Coach, you talking a lot of talk, man. I like that, man. Hopefully y'all can get better as the season go on, man, because y'all hadn't been looking too good, man.
Is this the same coach that same team lost to D2 in Miles College? Do you really believe that? Do you really believe that with yourself, man?
Man, you know, we had a couple of things go wrong that game. We had a couple of guys fall asleep during the game.
I know what a couple of things going wrong. You as the coach, that was going wrong.
It's okay. Don't do me like that. Matter of fact, I just sold Dion house in Jackson a couple of weeks ago. That was a nice little deal. So anybody else out there in Jackson looking for a deal, you know, you want to sell your house, call me. I'll be happy to help you guys out.
Hey, Coach, we got a question from the chat. They want to know, did you thank Jackson State for scheduling you for homecoming?
Did I thank them?
Yeah, did you thank them? for putting you on the schedule for homecoming this season?
Man, it didn't matter, man. We just line up and play ball. We don't worry about that little stuff. If they wanted us that bad, we gave it to them. We gave them everything they wanted. We don't even have a quarterback if we beat them.
Yeah, you're right. That's right. You don't have a quarterback, you still beat us. But hey, hats off to you though.
Oh, thank you, Jamie. Thank you.
So
hats off to you.
I was looking for the soldier rag today. Maybe you had to throw it away, or you get a new one. Or
I brought that soldier rag out Saturday. As you can see, it definitely was needed, but it didn't work. But, at least I had it all. I had it in my back pocket as always.
Okay,
you already know with this team, you don't know what you're gonna get with these Tigers now.
Yeah, you use that for tears. I know what you use it for. That's all right. Hey,
I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna keep it on because you may need it for the classic, man. Because I don't see y'all winning that classic, bro. I'm gonna just be 100% honest.
Hey man,
yeah, that's gonna be a big game, man. We lost. Oh, there we go. I thought we lost Jamie G right there. He fell off for a minute. But Coach, you got anything? You got anything you want to say to the people out here, man? Because you know we every now and then we get coaches on here. But you know you a special guest today. You got anything you want to say to the people out there?
Man, all I want to say is, guys, just keep supporting us. We Swarm is one. We're gonna win out the rest of the schedule, and if anything you need, house-wise, home-wise, new loan, just give me a call. We still taking orders. That business don't stop.
Hey, I hear you. Hey, one thing I do want to tell you, coaches, please be careful, man. The last coach that came on here, his season started going upside down a little bit, so you gotta be careful, man, because you know we don't want you to have your season go upside down on you. But just keep them Hornets going, man. You know, I don't like that y'all beat us though. That's a sore spot for me. So that really hurt, you know, losing to y'all. But hey, it is what it is.
Hey, we just gonna keep rocking. That's all we can do. That NFL experience helped me out, prepared me for the SWAC. You know, I was a great linebacker in the NFL. I played in Houston, I played in Tennessee, and I also played in Jacksonville. You know, that was a great experience for me. That's what was able to, you know, propel his career here. That's why I'm such a great coach now. Jamie, hey, I love you guys.
Hey, coach.
I actually hated you play for Jacksonville. And I hope you don't give us no list tonight. I sure forgot you played for Jacksonville. Hey, just to rinse that off your whole resume, if you don't mind.
Hey, you know, it was a check. That's all I can tell you.
Hey, a check is a check.
In the NFL,
hey, Coach, was you on Madden, any of the Madden games? I don't remember even playing with you.
What team did you play with, Jamie?
I played with the Jag. Well, I don't think they had you on the roster.
What year was it?
You must have been year? From in the 90s, in the late 90s.
Man, you know what, Jamie? I don't know what to say about you. In the late 90s, I was in Tennessee, Jamie. I was in Tennessee, Jamie.
Was you? All the thing I had, where you on the game? That's what I mean.
I think he was.
Yes,
I think he was.
Did they have to create show to be on the game?
I
don't know what his rating was, but I think he was on there.
No, they did not have to create me. I was their dog. You better go look up. You better go look it up.
I know what. At least you made our PlayStation 1 because you ain't making the PlayStation
2. Hey, I tell you what. I started out in Houston, went to Jacksonville, came back to Tennessee, and finished out my career in Buffalo. Jamie, what was your career like in the NFL?
I didn't have a career.
Oh, okay.
I had to create myself on the game.
Anybody else got
They
any
don't want to
questions?
have a career. I wasn't an NFL type athlete, man. I was just a, I was just on the sticks, man.
Right.
That's one thing I did.
I tell you, guys, you got anybody else got any questions, man? I got to go close this deal in a few hours.
You know I got love for you, though, Coach. You know you my dog. That's the only way I got to mess with you now.
Oh yeah, hey, I love you guys. Hey, again, like that person said, thank you for scheduling for homecoming. Next year we're gonna put you guys down for homecoming, unless you guys try to, finagle your way out of it. I know you guys are SWAC again. Hey, much love and peace, baby.
Hey, thank you, Coach, man. We appreciate you coming through. I know you got a busy schedule, man. Thank you for coming through. Anytime you want to come through, the door is open. So, hey.
I appreciate that. Jamie, I see you at the SWAC championship game, but you'll be sitting in the seats.
Boy, I know you lying, boy. I know you lying, boy.
Hey. On that note, man,
if they make it to the SWAC championship, boy, man, I hate the damn show right now.
Say, Jamie G, you remember when I said if Bethune-Cookman win, I forgot how many games. I said it like 6 games or whatever. I was gonna make it the Bethune-Cookman show.
Right.
If Bama State make the SWAC championship game, bro, this is a Bama State show, bro.
Show forever. Forever. Not just one time, forever.
All right. Fam, you about to hit that Texas 2-step.
Oh yeah, starting Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, make sure Bubba Adams stay healthy, man. That's my boy, man. Don't let him get hurt.
Oh man, I got you. Hey, Bubba McDowell's my teammate, right?
Yeah, in Houston.
Yeah. Jamie?
You ain't had to put hands on him on a post game handshake, huh?
Oh no, man, that's my boy, man. We go way back.
So I mean, since Bubba your guy, bro, you might want to ask him about the SWAC smoke jinx, bro. Don't let it get to you, man. I'm serious. You don't want to get beat 30-0 by nobody.
Oh man, hey. They trying over there in PV. It's been years and years and years. It's gonna happen one day. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but it might happen one day.
Hey, we're gonna keep watching for that. And like I say, man, we're gonna keep our eyes on you and your team. And hopefully, man, if y'all come back to Baton Rouge, we got something for y'all. So I'm just gonna put that there and leave it. But Coach, we ain't gonna hold you, man. We know you got, you got a lot of things to do. Probably got a couple open houses before it get too dark, So go ahead, let you do your thing, close out them deals, man, and we'll catch you, man.
All right, thank you guys. Y'all have a great day.
All right, Coach. Hey, bro, you see, I told you we had a special guest for you, bro.
I see Crook in the comments asking, was TC on the game? I don't even remember. I think he was, though. I know he was before Robinson.
He was on the NCAA. He was on NCAA football. I know it. I know when they used to have the SWAC schools on there. Hey, Blues, like I say, man, sometimes you don't know, man. People call you and send you messages and be like, look, I need to come on. Who am I to tell that man he can't come on, bro? Because the last person talked slick to him, bro. You seen what happened? I'm not about to let him put hands on me.
But man, I'm gonna tell you one thing, man. Saturday, I ain't gonna lie. I was talking that talk, y'all. But hey, they got us. I can't talk no more, bro.
Oh, you still can talk, man.
They got us, bro. That's all, ain't much you can say. I mean, Bama State was the most physical team, bro. They come in there, they wanted it more, bro.
So let me ask you this, man. Seriously, what you think the issue is with JSU in this game, man? You think just lack of physicality?
Shoot. Crook been telling us the whole time it's Jason Brown, man. You can't throw that many yards and with no touchdown, man. That I mean, I don't think he got. I just don't think he got it in him, man. You got to have, being at the quarterback spot. You got to have that attitude that, hey, I got to win this game. You know what I'm saying? Because it was plays out there for him to make it. He just didn't make them, bro. You know what I'm saying? Fumbling in the red zone was a thing too. You know, Herb Mulligan going down. You know what I'm saying? I think JSU just fell into that trap where Bama State wanted to play that ball game where, hey, we're going to make it scrappy, win in with our defense, and get on out of there. And that's what they did.
I mean, like I say, bro, that's a Bama State game, bro. You know, barely move the ball, force some turnovers, get short fields, punching the ball on them short fields, and, you know, let your defense do the work, do the rest, you know, because, you know, I mean, obviously throwing for 91 yards and running for like 140 something, that ain't gonna win a lot of games if you don't have a defense like theirs. But, you know, that's tough, man. You know, do you think quarterback change need to happen?
I think so. I mean, you know, Jason Brown is more of a pro style guy anyway. So I mean, I don't think he really fits our offense. You know, I was kind of questionable when he first came in. You know, could he execute the offense? But I mean, he has promise. You know, he could do it sometimes. He's like a more up and down guy. He don't give you consistency. And right now, hey, a quarterback change could be a good thing. You know, it working for Valley. You know,
yeah, it is. I mean,
they found a quarterback. You know,
you never know, man.
True freshman. I mean, he coming in, he going bombs away. But I mean, let's see what another QB can do. Get our offense a spark because, man, I know, man. I ain't trying to say Alabama State that bad, but you know, I mean, you supposed to score more points on them guys, man. I mean, it's too much talent over there on that side, over there at J State to not win that ball game. And it's, you know, I don't know. I think some of the play calling too with Coach Harris, I think he's getting too predictable, man. I think he need to kind of liven it up a little bit because, man, I don't know, man. You got too much talent to be playing like that, man.
It's a bad feeling, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
But I was gonna say, man, because if you look at JSU,
like Quick said, I don't think we ever like about 5-7 plays. If you really look at the game,
if you look at
the same formation.
If you look at the offense in the MEAC SWAC challenge, that offense then got slower and slower every week, man. Y'all had some big plays against Southern. Y'all did a lot of, you know, y'all ran reverses. Y'all was able to hit a couple big passes. But every game since then, man, the offense been like up and down. One game, the passing game ain't really clicking. You know, the next game, you know, you're throwing for a lot of yards, but you still ain't scoring a whole lot of points. You know, you're turning the ball over. I don't know, man. I feel like you should not be going that direction this late in the season, you know?
Right. I agree 100%. But because I'm telling you now, you know, some people looking at this JSU Valley game as JSU could be dominating. But if you're not executing the play, y'all not gonna dominate like that, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think Valley gonna have, and we're gonna talk about that game in a minute. But I think Valley gonna have. I think they're gonna have, you know, some edge to them. But I still think the talent edge for JSU is gonna be the difference. Valley gonna make it. They're gonna make it ugly. You know, they're gonna try to slow it down. They're gonna try to make it ugly. But I think that JSU will find a way to get there. So we're gonna go ahead and swing into we're gonna swing into that game. But I want to take one second, man. I don't know. I'm sure most of y'all have heard already, but if you haven't, Southern University safeties coach Sean Wallace, he was diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer this week. and they got a GoFundMe. You know, this is just me spreading the love. They got a GoFundMe to raise money for his hospital medical bills and stuff. So I got a link in the description if you're interested. If not, you know, you want to share it around, man, because he's a SWAC legend. He's a guy who, you know, gave his all for Southern University, working with the team right now as coach. You know, you hate to see anybody go through that kind of stuff. So the link is in the description if you're interested. If, you know, if not, just share it around. They're trying to raise some money for him. And we wish him the best. So wanted to go ahead and take a second out for that, man, before we got too deep into everything else. Because I really wanted to show him some love and support on that. So, man, let's go ahead and finish talking about this JSU Valley game, man. What your score prediction is? How you think it's gonna turn out?
Man, shoot, them last few Jackson State Valley games been kind of close because they've been really scrappy. Because everybody knows, you know, Jackson Valley, when Valley plays JSU, it's almost like they Super Bowl. They get up for this game, and it's like you don't get that same Valley team when they play JSU. Man, I see us, man. Whew. I think Jackson State will win this game, but I say by at least 10 points. I say like maybe 24-14, something like that.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a tight game for it.
You know, I don't think Valley I don't think they still trying to figure it out. They got a pretty decent receiver. And that running back number 21 got some promise, you know, and everything. But I think when it's gonna come to how deep they are going into their bench and stuff.
Yeah,
I think Jack State gonna be able to kind of wear them out. So I don't think you're gonna. I think they could. I think they can edge it out. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be. It might be a little ugly, but they're gonna edge it out.
Yeah. I think it'll be a little ugly, especially you know, like, you know, without Irv Mulligan, man. I know they got other backs that can run the ball. Don't get me wrong, but that's the leading rusher in the SWAC for a reason. And you know, if you don't have a guy like that, you know, your offense gonna kind of slow down a little bit. But I think Jackson State win this game. I'm thinking like 28-10 or something like that. I think it's gonna be like kind of like the Valley FAMU game. How it was like. You know, Valley hung around for a long time. I just don't think they got the depth to stay in that game. But if Jackson State want to get on a good foot, they need to dominate this game, though.
Right.
But
I think they can. I mean, I actually think they can, but I don't know who's gonna be starting quarterback come Saturday. But whoever it is, they're gonna need their soldier rag because it's gonna be. The Valley fans, man, they're gonna come to knock us off, man. So
it's gonna be packed out. It's gonna be packed out. A couple years ago, I did some research, man, and looked at, you know, attendance for Valley, home attendance. The only game they ever sell out is Jackson. So they're gonna turn out for that. They're gonna turn out for that. It's gonna be 10. It's gonna be 10K in there. I mean, that's what they hold. It's gonna be 10K in there. It's gonna be, you know, they're gonna feel like they got a chance because they kind of smell blood in the water. But if you change quarterback, it's important for that guy to play well. The defense gotta, you know, kind of get back to a little bit of you know, they did. I would say they did enough to win, but you know, you still had a couple stops you could have made. But they gotta get back to playing solid on both sides of the ball. Valley could be there for you, but Valley could also be frustrating. So we'll see how that turn out. Let's go ahead and talk.
Their defense. Now I give it to them. Now they have the ability to really get, like you say, upset and get you off your game. But you know what I'm saying? I still think J State should be able to slide out without. I don't think it's gonna be. If they lose this game, man, I'll walk TC back to Jackson myself.
You know, I feel like, and I'm gonna move on from this. When I say this, I feel like this game, a lot of people hoping JSU lose. You know what I'm saying? So Valley gonna have a whole lot more supporters this week, and a lot of time when Valley end up in them kind of situations, it don't work out well for them. But it's in Edabina, so you never know what's gonna happen. The grass might be 8 feet high, so just watch your ankles. Alcorn at Pine Bluff, man. It's homecoming at Pine Bluff. I'm a little worried about Pine Bluff, man.
Who they play for home? Oh, they play Alcorn on.
They play Alcorn.
Oh yeah, that's a bad mix right there. Ooh. How
you know what?
Alcorn for homecoming. Yeah,
exactly.
I think they're gonna lose that, bro.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you why I know Alcorn gonna be locked in this game, bro. I turned on the coach's press conference, the teleconference, and Coach McNair was the first one on there. And the first thing I heard him say was, "Them young mans." So I know they playing. I know they playing well when he say that. So them young mans coming to Pine Bluff to take care of business. I think this is gonna be the week the running game get going, because Pine Bluff they had a lot of trouble stopping the run. I feel like Coach Hampton doing the best he can, energizing the team, but on the field, I think he's kind of losing it a little bit. I think they done played another quarterback this week, man. They done played 3 quarterbacks. They brought in another guy this week. It's week 8. I don't think you could be doing that. So I think this is Alcorn game to win. I think Pine Bluff gonna, they're gonna make it scrappy. But I think Alcorn win this game.
Yeah, I think Alcorn gonna win pretty big in this game. I kind of give this season to Coach Hampton, kind of like that spring season for Coach Prime. But I think Hampton, when he finally understands what all he needs, I think Pine Bluff gonna get a little better. I might not say they get better next year, but down the road, I think they're gonna be a team to look out for, man.
Yeah, I think once, like you said, once he get himself, get his guys the way he want and his program the way he want, I think they're gonna be dangerous. I really think them first couple games was kind of not bad for them, but I think it put a little bit more expectation on them than a lot of people should have put on them. Because they played a damn good first quarter against, really a damn good first half against Tulsa before they started pouring it on late in the first half. But they was right there with Tennessee State. They was toe to toe at Bama A&M. They just, I don't know if they just injuries getting them or they just not locked in like they need to be. I think it's one of them kind of seasons where they just, kind of make the best out of it and go from there.
I like what they do on offense, to be honest with you. I like how the Coach Acosta, draw up some of those plays and things of that nature. I'm kind of more worse so about how defensively sometimes they play, but it's just a learning curve right now. I think he gonna understand what he needs, and I think he gonna get it, because I love his energy, man. He really gets me fired up to play for him.
Yeah, that's the thing, man.
His press conferences and stuff, so I know he has a potential. So I'm not gonna hold very much on him.
No, like I said, this is a trial year for them. They do everything but put the ball in the end zone. And I like Rico Dozier though, bro. That dude's a baller on defense. We got a score update from Baltimore. Morgan State up 3-0 on North Carolina Central. The Bears just kicked the field goal. So got a 3-0 game right now. 9:15 left in the first quarter, so long game left, but we'll see. Next game we're gonna schedule is Southern and Bethune-Cookman playing in Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna be an interesting game, man. It's gonna be a real interesting game.
Yeah, it's gonna be really interesting. Bethune coming up a little bit closer than schedule, But man, they took Texas Southern to the wire last Saturday. I mean, man, if Southern lose this one, is this gonna be fire in the seat for Dooley?
Bro, they lose this game. It's World War III. And it is, like I say, I would say it might be it if they lose this game, bro, because you can't. I mean, number one, you can't lose this game. Not the disrespect Bethune-Cookman, but you can't lose this game, man, because you still got a chance to win a division. You can't drop these kind of games, man. But I think I think so. It's gonna be an ugly game, bro. It's gonna be one of the games where Southern. Let me tell you how the game gonna go. I'm gonna tell you exactly how the game gonna go. And when we come back next week, y'all can tell me if y'all can see how right I was. First drive or second drive, Southern gonna march down the field like clockwork, man. Boom, 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 touchdown. They're gonna probably score again late in the first quarter. Bethune-Cookman gonna score in the second quarter. Southern offense gonna fall asleep for 2.5 quarters. Late third quarter, the score gonna be 17-10. Bethune-Cookman gonna turn the ball over in the red zone. Southern gonna score and win the game 24-10, bro.
And that's really, to be honest, that's how really Southern whole season been going.
Exactly, bro.
No lie right there.
I'm telling you because I see it, man. It's gonna be just like that, and it's gonna be a game where Southern defense gonna keep them. I think Southern defense gonna keep Bethune-Cookman at bay. They're gonna give up a big play or two, but they're gonna keep Bethune-Cookman at bay. The offense is gonna be where the question is. If we keep putting the defense on the field all the time, you're gonna ask the defense to hold on too long, and that's when problems come. I mean, the same thing happened Saturday, man. You mess around for a quarter and a half, and you keep asking the defense to go out there and make stops. I mean, you should make them against Lincoln, though. That ain't no excuse. But your offense can't fall asleep like that. Cause Southern can hit the big play. They could hit the big play. The last two games, Southern had a 99-yard touchdown, like a 60-yard touchdown, a 72-yard touchdown. So they could hit the big play, but they can't drive the ball. So if I'm Bethune-Cookman, man, I'm trying to make Southern drive the ball down the field. I'm playing field position because I don't know how Bethune-Cookman quarterback play gonna be. I'm playing field position. If I'm them, I'm trying to make Southern march down the field because if I'm Coach Woody, I feel like Southern ain't gonna be able to do it. And if you make Southern have to do that, then that's where the problem comes for Southern. But I think Southern gonna win this game like 24-10, 24-14, something like that. It's gonna be ugly, man. It ain't gonna be it ain't gonna be enough to satisfy the people who at the gates with the pitchforks and torches. But it's gonna be a win, but it's gonna be ugly.
Right, I agree.
And I'm not. I doubt I'd be very happy, but I'll take a dub though any day. I'll take a dub. Last game of the week, man. FAMU going to Houston, Texas. I think they say for the first time since like the 1950s to take on TSU. Man, this game could be interesting, but TSU defense, I don't know if they're gonna be up to the task.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Nah, I will say though, man, that boy Ladarius Owens, he played really well last week, man. Had a 160 yards rushing, had like 140 yards on returns. So I think he got a potential to make some plays, but I think this is gonna be that typical FAMU game, man. They're gonna mess around the first half, and then they're gonna turn it on in the second half. I think that's how they're gonna play this. I think this game gonna be the same way. I mean, maybe it won't be because they're coming off a bye week, but FAMU got to lock in. You know what I mean? I don't see them in danger of losing the race, the division race, but I think they got to lock in at some point because they haven't played a full game all season. So at some point they got to, and it could, if coming off a bye week, this is probably the best bet for them. But I think TSU gonna be hungry, and they're gonna try to make a game out of it. But I think FAMU defense is gonna be enough to get them through this game.
Right, and when you got Willie Simmons as your quarterback coach, man, he makes the game so easy for Musa, even though Musa pretty. I don't think he's just good. I think he's just okay. But he just he gets the job done. So that's all that you can ask.
Yeah, I think like I said, TSU offense is not the question. I mean, you know, it's not as explosive through the air with our Andrew body, but they still can throw the ball. The running game is where it's key at. But TSU gonna have to find a way to turn over FAMU, because if you don't turn them over, man, you know it's gonna be hard to drive the ball on them consistently in this game. But a fast start is start fast and keep their foot on the gas if they want to make this any kind of game, because the opportunities are gonna be there. The opportunities are gonna be there. Moose are gonna have his ups and downs. It's been seen. But can you capitalize on it? That's the issue. And watch out for them for their return game, and their return game is nasty. You got Shareed and Riley. Both of them boys can break one at any time. So you know you don't want to ever have no lapse in coverage on a return, because that can flip the game right there on you. So I look for FAMU to continue to do what they're doing, man. I think TSU gonna try to make it interesting, but I think FAMU gonna win it.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I really don't see FAMU right now losing another SWAC game. They look like they're gonna pretty much run the table, unless they just take TSU lightly, because you know TSU has the ability, but I just don't think they're gonna. I just don't believe they're gonna pull it out. You know.
Yeah, I think they're gonna give them a go, man. I still think there's a dangerous team that Texas Southern got. You know, I think you can't sleep on them, because they're gonna bite you if you do. So they're gonna have a hand in this whole SWAC race at some point. So I think they're gonna make it interesting. And just to answer that question from Crook, yeah, Blood got another year, man. So if he continue to improve, he gonna be tough if with another season under his belt. I mean, he getting better week by week. I think expectations were too high for him coming into the season from a lot of us. And he had to learn on the job, man. You know, that's a tough thing to do, to learn on the job. But he getting better week by week. He still got some things to kind of improve on. But hey, he a guy who making his first year starting. He learning on the job, but he's getting better. I just don't know the consistency of the.
Yeah, I agree too. I really can't argue with that.
Hey, Coach E-Raw did say FAMU was gonna drop 2 games in Texas to the Texas school. So I guess if it's gonna start, TS, you got to be the one to do it first. So we'll see if Coach E-Raw got his prophet hat on, man.
Man, man. Okay, so speaking of, if FAMU do drop 2 games, that's gonna shake up the East too.
It depends on who they lose to.
Right.
Because if they lose, let's just say they lose their next 2 games, just for example, and they went out after that, they still go, because they would have beaten Alabama A&M as well. It'd have been a tie. Any tie they finish in with anybody that don't beat them, they win the tiebreaker. So they still would go. The interesting thing is if they did drop games, they might have to go on the road for the SWAC championship game. So that's something to keep. That's something to keep an eye out on. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, because I don't even see it happening. But if they were to lose a game somewhere, them going on the road for the championship could be kind of dicey. But especially if Prairie View finds some kind of way to beat them, and Prairie View went out, and Prairie View would probably get it because of head to head. So it's still a lot of interest.
Could you imagine the Prairie View SWAC championship?
I know, man.
People there.
I think they turn out for that.
Stadium, man.
I think Los Gel come through for PV on now. Shout out to Bethune-Cookman, man. We coming to see y'all.
I think FAMU will probably bring the more fans, but man, that's what we got. I got to speak on that for a few moments.
Oh, go ahead.
Man, we gotta do better in this attendance, man. We got to attend these games, man. These home games for y'all programs. That goes for everybody, man. When they have, it's better when these stadiums are full with fans in the stands. These kids go out and put their hard-earned effort into it, and I ain't speaking to none of y'all because I know y'all going to the games. But you know what I'm saying? Them kids want to see y'all supporting them stands, man. And it also brings a better focus and attention to HBCU football. You know, even though like the VWI schools, they might be losing like a mug, but everybody's still in them stands. Even TCU had a record last night when it came to the volleyball. You know what I'm saying? We got to fill up them stands.
Yeah, we do. And when we fill them up, man. Oh, go ahead. I ain't mean cut. Go ahead.
Oh no, that's it. I mean, but TCU even so had a record sellout crowd for volleyball. Man, I thought that was insane.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I feel like we could do that in HBCUs. We could do that same thing.
Yeah,
it's not hard. We just got to support it.
You just got to, man. People just got to they got to get off of that wait and see stuff, because a lot of people always be like, man, I go to a game this week and if they lose, I ain't coming back next week. That's not how, that's not how being a fan works. But I did want to say, if you do go to the game, please participate in the game as a fan, man. Don't sit on your hands on third downs. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't just be there. Be engaged in the game, man. You know, chant defense for your team or whatever your team got as chance. Get involved, man. Don't sit there and look and then look and look and look, and then when somebody get up and yell, you looking at them crazy like you're not supposed to yell at a game, you know. But it's. I think before the season started, I said I was gonna do a show about how to be a fan and what to do. I think I'm gonna still have to do that, because I hear a lot of people talking about that, man. It's annoying, man, to go to a game and you jump up because somebody made a bad play or something, and the people around you looking at you like you're not supposed to stand up and make noise. You know, like I paid for these tickets. I'm gonna do whatever.
Right.
You don't want, hey. Sometimes I tell people, man, if you don't want to deal with somebody screaming and yelling, you might want to slide over. But at least I know when I go to home games, I got my people sitting around me, so they know what I'm like. Everybody else, bro, they got to deal with it. So I'm gonna jump up and scream. If Dooley calls something bad and it mess up, I'm gonna jump up and scream. I'm gonna do that, man. I'm gonna try to sit down and put that together, because it drives me crazy, and I'm not even being funny. It drives me crazy when that happens, man. Yes, please hit that like button, y'all. Please hit that like button. Thank you very much. It's got to get better, man. And just the atmosphere as a whole, man. We got a DJ now, and I don't feel like him. I don't feel like him and the band and the PA people are on the same page, man. It's a lot of different things that I think gotta be ironed out. But at some point, man, we got to, because I don't feel like our fans make enough of a home field advantage, bro. You know, we talk about how hard it is to play at Southern. We talk about how hard it is to play, at Alcorn or whatever. And Alcorn get on you. Bama State get on you. FAMU get on you. I mean, Southern do too from time to time, but I don't feel like the home field is the problem. You know, I feel like the home field is the problem. I don't feel like the fans are making the biggest difference, because nobody want to make noise. Everybody too cute to cheer, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna sit down and throw some stuff together this weekend, man. I'm gonna drop a show on that, man. So y'all be on the lookout for that. Probably coming sometime next week, since I ain't got no game to go to, because I'm not going to Duval. So I'm gonna stay at home and probably put something together.
Speaking of Duval, we about to turn that dome black and teal tonight, baby.
Shit, man, go for it, man. I need y'all to pull it out, man, because I don't rock with the Saints. So
it's about to be Mardi Gras come early.
Hey, I see
tonight.
I didn't even know Jacksonville had fans that travel, man. I seen them all over Bourbon Street. I seen people posting videos of them all over Bourbon Street, boy. They done brought Duval to Orleans Parish, boy.
Yeah, it's called a brigade or something. I forgot the name of that. They deep too.
Oh, I seen they was deep. So We're gonna go ahead and get up out of here, man, because like I said, I want to try to catch some of this Central game and hopefully see the Saints get beaten. Watch a couple shows with my wife. So we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. But I want to thank Coach E-Rob, man, for coming through. Y'all never know who coming through on the show at the games, man. So y'all might see Coach Dooley come through here if we keep it up. But man, we're gonna get on up out of here, man. Jamie G, you got anything to say to the people before we get out? I think we lost. I think it might be muted.
I'm back.
Oh, I was gonna say, man, you got anything to say to the folks before we get up out?
Man, thank y'all as always, man, for rocking with us on here on this Thursday, man. I actually had fun today. I didn't expect on Eddie Rod to pop in on it, but that was funny though, man. I enjoyed it, man. Man, I always make sure y'all be safe. And man, first we got to stop this violence too, man.
Oh yeah, man, most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Our prayers go out to the student who was killed at JSU, man. His family, his friends, the whole JSU community. We stand with you, man. We
got to stop all this, bro.
We got to stop all this.
We got to stop all this. And like I said, I don't want to get too deep because, like you said, this could be a whole show. But it's like almost every show, every other show, man. We got to say that, man. I'm tired of seeing families bury their kids, man. Parents not supposed to bury their kids. I don't care, man. And I don't care what I don't care what somebody did, bro. Y'all throw hands and get it over with, man. Don't stop with the guns, man. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, put them guns down, man.
But just to throw it out there, the North Carolina Central game is on ESPNU. It's got about a minute and 43 seconds left in the first quarter. Morgan State got the ball, so y'all make sure y'all check that out. HBCU Go is Alcorn and Pine Bluff, so y'all catch that. And we're gonna get up out of here, man. So y'all, like we say, be safe. Y'all gonna be out there, man. Be safe because it's crazy out there. So we want everybody to come back in one piece next week, and y'all stay tuned for everything we got coming at y'all. So we up out of here.